Hey, is Texas ready for a new governor? And by the way, that's a question you could ask friends and neighbors. If you go block walking, this is what we found, Congressman. If you go block walking, or if you are in the pancake line in Nacogdoches at the Blueberry Festival this morning, as I was, and people don't have their primary identification on their lapel, I'll tell you what breaks the ice. It's a good line to break the ice. If you're phoning or doing some block walking, you ask people, are you ready for a new governor? Okay, now look, I'm telling you the truth, because people open their ears. Look, I am not going to give up and give a great motivational speech after following the gold standard of progressive politics in the state of Texas with your congressman and state senator. I'm not an idiot. I'm not going to do that. The members that you send to the legislature here, your local elected officials, have been at the vanguard of the fight for social justice and opportunity in our state for a long time. You know that. There's a great deal of pride in that. What I'm going to do is share with you a little bit about what we're going to do to have more Texans understand what stake they have in moving this state forward. I commit to you that I will be a governor who is more interested in the future of Texans than just in his own political future. Wouldn't that be a good thing? I will work hard every day with members of the State House and the State Senate and with leaderships and leaders of both parties who are ready for leadership to prepare Texans with the skills and the education to compete for good jobs in the future. I will commit to you that I understand that when we have tuitions go up 92% in 6 years, that we're heading in the wrong direction in our state. Don't you think? Those are just a fact. And I'll tell you what, if Congressman Doggett is able to fight to get us federal funds for education, then I'm not going to create a bogus pseudo issue and turn down money that Texans paid in income taxes that they want their kids to benefit from, just for the sake of political theater. Oh, I could talk about a lot, but there's other elected officials here. But, you know, I was listening to Lloyd talk, and did y'all see that that Rick Perry is going to be writing a book when we have this budget crisis? Donna, you said we put his state schedule on our internet website. Some of y'all may say, go to our website. We put his schedule on there. I think he was working about, I forgot what it was, out of the 75 days he released. He didn't release any schedule for February. I think that may be because he's doing politics full time, but about half those days he wasn't even doing any state business at all when we're in a business crisis. But now I know why. He's writing this book. It's called, did y'all know about this? It's a book about states' rights, and it's called Fed Up. Is it okay if I steal his thunder and tell you what I'm fed up with? Is that okay? Okay. And I'm going to say, use these lines in your own word to help motivate your friends and neighbors, people you work with, people from church and other organizations, sororities, fraternities, people you knew in high school, college, people you raise kids with. It doesn't matter what party they are. I think a lot of us are fed up with the same things, and test this with your common sense. I'm fed up with a governor who is cutting hundreds of millions of dollars out of public education, community colleges, and higher education when he lives in a $10,000 mansion and sticks it to the taxpayers of this state. I'm fed up with it. But then there may be some logic to having a chef and a half and to stick the taxpayers with a subscription for Food and Wine magazine. Did you notice that? He's working on the sequel, Overfed. I'm fed up. I'm fed up. with a governor who doesn't acknowledge that we have a serious dropout problem when we lead the nation in the percentage of our adults without a high school diploma. I'm fed up with a governor who imposes mandate after mandate on local school districts and thinks that teaching excellence is based on how people do on a multiple choice test every year. I'm fed up with that. I'm fed up. I'm fed up with people who, to use our state to advance their own political career, will appoint somebody as chair of the State Board of Education who not only violates a basic Texas principle of keeping politics out of the classroom, but in doing so has made our state a state where it will be harder to attract the businesses that we need with jobs for a future. I'm tired of a governor who's put his own politics above the welfare of Texans with that State Board of Education. Aren't you fed up with that? I'm fed up with somebody who, with over $10 million of TV ads, proclaims to everybody in the state in March and February, when he was running against Kay Bailey Hutchison, that the state was in great financial shape with a surplus. Do you all remember those ads? Yeah. And then, right after his landslide, 51% in his own primary, the truth starts being dribbled out to Texas voters. And not by the governor's office, by the way. It's bipartisan members, Republicans and Democrats in leadership positions in the House and Senate, and who have been leveling with Texans about the effect of the downturn on Texas and the effect on Texas when Governor Perry did not have the stimulus funds to plug holes in the state budget. I think our people deserve a governor who will shoot straight with Texans, who will do what's right for Texas, who will work for people and represent the mainstream views of Texans, Democrats, Independents, and Republicans, not just the right wing of one political party. Right. Wouldn't that be great if we had that in the state? We need a leader who understands that leadership is not dividing our state along fault lines based on wedge issues. We need leadership that recognizes that a governor who pits one group of Texans against another, whether it be a red team or a blue team, or divides the state up based on the various divisions that Governor Perry has historically sought to exploit. That's not real leadership. Leadership is bringing people together, finding common ground to get things done. I want to tell you that if you could do your part here in Travis County, we'll do our part in Harris County, okay? Between those will be our two pillars. But I have some news for you. Just within the last 36 hours, I've been in large civic gatherings in Sherman, Paris, that's Paris, Texas, okay. I'm on the Nacogdoches, Lufkin, Lockhart, and I'm finding people from across the political spectrum who are looking for new leadership in this state. What you can do is offset the influence of the politics of fear and ignorance. What you can do by contacting people who know and trust you is help us insulate ourselves, all of us who are running on the ballot together, from the inevitable negative attacks that the wedge issue politicians usually use. And you know what? If we do that, you too could participate in a bit of Texas history. And when the ballot comes in November and they say on TV, oh my gosh, look at Texas, they've elected a mainstream governor, you will be part of that team. Thank you, and God bless you.
All right, we also have some local state reps here that are going to come say hello to you. First, if all of them actually could come up on stage at once. Ellie